What's up, everybody? It's Friday night. It is a special Friday night because I am off for the next 10 days. Woo!
What? 10 days, Mr. Biddle?
10 days. And producer Donna is in the house.
Hi,
I'm
guys.
sure you can hear her. Hello, Bob. Hello, Diane. It's good to see you guys. So, tonight is just open mic night. If you have questions, feel free to put them in the chat. If you have topics you want to bring up, anything at all, just throw them in the chat. I'm going to go over the rules real quick. Let's see. I have to find my rules. Here they are. Oh, there they go. All right. So the rules, basic, pretty simple. You guys know them. If you're new to the channel, then here you go. Here's your introduction. Rule number 1 is you can ask any kind of paranormal questions you want, and I will give you my skeptical opinion if I have one, because I might not have one, because that leads into number 2. I don't know everything, and if I don't know everything, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to let you know, because it's not fair to just make up opinions or make up answers. So I don't do that. Rule number 3 is listen to Patrick Swayze. The golden rule is be nice. And just that's it. Be nice. This is a place for conversation. You can have healthy debates. Just don't be mean. Don't call somebody names, or don't get to be too much of a smartass, because producer Donna will boot you out of here.
I got the button power.
And rule number 5, the most important one of the night: drink up. Let me know where you're from, what you're drinking, what you're doing. Citizen Sword. What's up, JD? Good to see you. Oh, Teddy. What's up, Teddy? How you doing, buddy? John Kennedy. Started a bad day, but it's ending great.
Yay!
Yes! That's awesome. Glad we could help out. All right. So I don't have anything prepared. So this show is going to totally rely on you guys asking questions, or else it's going to be a really, really short night, and I'm going to get really, really drunk. So there you go. Because I actually tried to get some guests on, but unfortunately they couldn't make it because they are overseas. There's another podcast called Dead Ends, and real good people. And I'm trying to get them to come on this show so we can talk. And but when I do that, UK time right now is 2 a.m. and it's a little bit hard, especially when I have to work in the morning. So, all right, what do we got? Oh, Barry. Hi, Barry. How you doing? DJ Vomit Breath. Oh, that is awesome. Do you not see that? DJ Ma. Look at that. The YouTube question.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Sorry, I didn't see it.
What do we got? Producer Donna's. She's been drinking a little bit.
I am not. I am trying to follow.
She got a big glass of
my
wine.
God. Yeah. Okay, guys, wait. It might be a big glass, but there ain't nothing in it, and I didn't drink it.
That's because she drank it
No,
all.
I didn't.
All right,
That's
come
all
on.
that was left.
Questions.
We have a question. Hold on.
We do. DJ Vomit Breath has a question, and with that name, we have to address it. What's the best evidence you've seen for something paranormal? That's an easy question. There isn't none. I'm trying not to be like too sarcastic, but there really is none. Best evidence for something paranormal. I have not seen anything that really stopped me and said, wow, that's really something really cool. We really need to look into it. I keep looking for it. I keep searching for something like that. That's why I keep going on ghost hunts and Bigfoot hunts and UFO investigations and stuff like that, looking for this. But I have yet to find anything that comes close to it. Excuse me. Most of the time, it's the evidence that presented, and it's not really evidence. It's really poorly analyzed data that was obtained under really badly controlled conditions. So you have to point that stuff out first. You have to see, like, what were the conditions this was obtained? What were there controls in place? Did you prepare for it? Was it a good experiment? Did you have protocols and this and that? But unfortunately, most from what I've seen, this doesn't happen. And the data, or what's presented as evidence, is just really, really, really bad. So That's the best answer I can get you. That's the most honest answer I can give you. Yeah, that's about it. So hope that same search will continue. Awesome. DJ Vomit Breath. That's I love that.
Where'd that name come from?
I love. What's the origin of your name?
Like, do you have your own show?
That's really cool.
Or a radio show, maybe?
All right. What else we got here?
There you go.
Why does the princess have more clothes on this week? The princess is sporting my ascot, the gift from John without an H. So instead of me wearing it today, because I wore it last week. Did I wear it?
Yes, I think the beginning of last week.
I wore it last week, and John didn't show up, which I was really pissed about. John without an H. So if he shows up tonight, I'm going to give him shit. But that was a gift from him because people were saying that I look like Fred from Scooby-Doo. So he got me that. And now Leia's wearing it to cover, to make her more sexy looking.
Yeah, because now she looks naked.
Like
she didn't have that much on before, but now it looks, more provocative.
Yeah. All right. I like that. DJ Vomit Breath says the believers have so much more fun, though. You know what? I want to address that first. But can you put that comment up? So I can understand that where that's coming from because, they believers, and this is stereotyping, they get to believe what they want. They go out and they have these ghost hunts and they have fun exploring in the dark and kind of scare themselves. But from my perspective, when I go out and investigate and when I pick a case where I think I can solve it, that's so much fun. That's more fun than when I used to ghost hunt, because I used to be a ghost hunter, and solving the case, solving the mystery, and actually being able to talk to somebody and say, this is the conclusion based on all the data that we've collected. We can support this conclusion with the data and the evidence. This is it. Especially when we can replicate the experiences and stuff like that. It's beautiful. I love it. That's the Scooby-Doo moment. That's the unmasking at the end. And I love that. I love being able to do that. I think I enjoy that more than the ghost hunters that sit in the dark for a few hours and do very little. So there you go. That's cool. Is it raining?
It's
raining. It's pouring here. I'm hearing it outside. Like, what the hell's going on?
Good. We really need that.
Yeah, we need all the pollen and all the plant sperm to get off my car.
Yes, my God.
So I can breathe again. JD says, going to have a copy of your book on sale next weekend. What book?
That's funny.
Do I have a book? Do I have a book I didn't know about?
Well, you do have the
Orbs of Dust book. I don't have any. That's one I'm working on, updating it. I wrote that in 2006, I think.
Yes. Oh,
and
wow.
I know.
15 years ago.
Shit. I've been updating it for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Here and there. But no, I will not have any books for sale next weekend because it's not done. I keep getting distracted by other projects, and my editor, Ben Rafford, keeps getting on my case, rightly so, about working on that book. And like I get into it, and unfortunately I get distracted. Other articles come up or something happens in social media world where it's like everybody's sharing this viral video of a ghost that's really like a kid running around with his underwear on his head, that really happened. And stuff like that. And, I'm asked to write about it, or I'm asked to comment, or, something like that. So it keeps getting pushed off and off and off, but hopefully I might be able to get to it this week, because now that I'm off for the next 10 days, I might have a little bit of time where I can spend right here and work on that. So that would be nice. Shut up.
I'm not saying a thing.
Yeah,
you guys hear anything?
I hear you. I can hear you.
No.
I'm right next to you. I can hear you mumble.
Said nothing.
Turning off your mic. Diane. Hey, Diane. Why do ghost hunters run when they think they have a ghost? because they saw that on TV.
Yeah, actually, when you watch the shows, that's what they're supposed to do. Right?
I think it's not. I don't know. Well, I mean, the basic idea is that they're scared. They get spooked, and they're really scared. They're not expecting anything to actually happen. I think, and this is just an opinion, which is really backed by nothing other than observations, is that most ghost hunters go into a place hopeful that they'll find something, but not hoping that it's something intense. You know, like a noise down the end of the hall is good. It's safe. A shadow down the end of the hall is safe. As long as it's down the end of the hall or a different floor, it's safe. But if something happens right there next to you or beside you or right behind you, it can be a very scary experience. And not many people are prepared for that. I mean, jump scares are right in your face. And that's why movies use them. They're right in front of your face. They scare the piss out of you, and that's it. So I think that's why they run. It's a panic. It's a fight or flight reflex. So something happens right there, they freak, they run, and I think that's why we get those reactions. I mean, most of the I've seen that happen a few times, quite a few times, and it's funny. It's really funny. I sit and laugh. Now I mean, back when I was ghost hunter, yeah, I think I ran once, maybe once.
At least once.
At least once. But it was more like you get caught up in the moment. You know, other people are running, and it's like it's that golden rule. If you see a bunch of people running like crazy, you run too. Make sure you're not the slowest. That's the important thing. So
you have to be faster than the slowest person.
Yeah, that's right. So. Yeah, that's my answer for that. I think they run because it startles them and they don't know what to do. And, which says a lot, because if you think about it, the reason that they are there is for that experience, is to investigate that experience, to find out why that experience is happening. And yet they run. That's not investigating. That's your classic ghost hunting. That's why it's a hobby and not a field of study, at least to me. So, cool. Good question. Good question. Dun, dun, dun. That's Deadpool Taco Dude. That's right. Deadpool. Love Deadpool. Big fan. All right. What else we got? So, Kenny is a taco.
Tonight he is. That's
I'm a double taco.
Hopefully he's a tasty taco.
Double taco. Okay. Where is Godzilla? Right here. Right there. There he is, Ted. Ted's been on my ass about getting a Godzilla because that's the one thing I really didn't have here. So there you go. I have a Godzilla now right on the desk. Can we know about the beard yet? No. Or he wants to start. Yes, there you go, John. Start the conspiracy theories. That's actually the best way to go about it. You might actually see the beard come back. Ooh. Ooh. That adds to it. What will be at your booth next weekend, other than you and Producer Donna? Well, Producer Donna has her own booth. She's going to be doing Lucky Tiki Creations, which is her craft business. So she's going to be having her own booth. My booth it'll have the physical stand. So I have a Skeptical Help booth that I build. It's cardboard and PVC pipe that I put together. So that'll be there. They will also be flyers, different flyers set up on one side where it's got information about the scientific method, critical thinking, logical fallacies, good investigation methods versus bad investigation methods, stuff like that. Good information, solid information, and that can help people improve the quality of their work. And then on the other side of the booth, because it's an 8-foot table, the other side, I'm going to have some testing devices up. So, for instance, these will be set up. Make sure I don't smack myself in the head. So my dowsing rod rig that'll be set up so people can come up and try it out. I'll have one for I call it the Frank Plank, and it's a Ouija board one. It's the planchette tester that I built. I'll have a pendulum tester, and then I might have my remote viewing box set up. So that might actually be set up too. I'll put something in there. Maybe I'll have a contest going. And what else? I'm going to have the jug for donations. Actually, it's a can. There's a can for donation. The Lucy can's in the big bin. But it's a can for donations for the Cancer Research Institute that I collect, so that if you want to sit down, you want to ask questions, you're free to. You can even, yell at me or cause a scene. That just costs more. You just got to put a big donation in the can, and then we go from there. So that'll be about it for my booth. It's more information. I don't really sell anything because I'm there just to give out information to help people understand things better, take questions, stuff like that. So there you go, JD. Thank you.
Asking. Yeah, that's cool. Cool question.
Can you ask your Magic 8-Ball if ghosts are real? Sure.
Magic 8-Ball. Why? Where were you? You were hiding. Who's hiding?
Keep drinking. Magic 8-Ball. Are ghosts real? It said, "Fuck no, John." I'm just a messenger. I can't read it.
You want me to read it? I was going to say, you want me to read it?
Let me see. It actually says, "Cannot predict now."
That's funny.
That's I don't know if you can see that. It cannot predict.
Okay,
now.
John, we're going to go back to that question in about 15 minutes. We'll ask again.
All right. What else have we got here? Don't you know karate? Couldn't you use your moves on the ghosts? What would I hit, JD? It's a ghost. They're supposed to be like intangible
He would fall on his ass.
Non-physical. I'm already fat and out of shape. I don't want to exploit that and show everyone like, hey, look at me do a spinning back kick on a ghost and just go right through it and fall on my ass.
That would be funny.
Just,
video that.
Hand me my jug of rum and leave me be.
Yes,
I don't know what I
love
would.
These questions.
These
tonight.
questions are pretty good. They're all over the place. They're having fun. I'm glad you guys are having fun. I like this. Oh shit!
I'm sorry.
Fucking Ben Radford.
I cannot just.
Who let this guy in?
I'm sorry.
All right. Ben Radford has a 2-part question. One, whatever happened to that book? God damn it. You were supposed to be writing. And 2, are you writing it under a name Zach Brackett? That's what I think, Ben. Nice. God damn it. We were just talking about it. I don't know if you came on when I was talking about it. I'm going to try and work on it more this week, and try to get it done. I got to put off some projects. You, of all people, know how busy schedules get. So, yeah, my schedule's been pretty packed, but it's open right now for the next.
It's not exactly open. I wouldn't call it open, but he has more time. Ben, I will make sure he makes time. I'll lock him in his room. Well, that might not be a good idea because there's so many distractions in this room. I'll lock him out.
You can lock me in this room for like a week or 2. I have so many toys and stuff to play with, so I'm good. Ben Radford writing or ghost writing, plagiarizing. That's right. When we talk about Zach writing a book, well, it just goes to shit. It's plagiarized. That's it. He doesn't write. I don't know if he can, but all right. Next. Oh my goodness.
A lot of people are asking about my stuff, but this isn't my show. So I'll have stuff out on Facebook. I'll have my table set up next week, and you can see my stuff there.
The one's like, oh, it's not my show, but she continues to describe exactly what is going to be her stuff.
No, I didn't say what's there.
So,
I just said.
Yeah, Donna has she has crafts, bottles, lighted bottles, and wind chime kind of things and stuff.
Maybe one week when Kenny doesn't have a guest, I'll bring some stuff up and show you guys what I do. I'll just decorate the background and you guys can try to pick it out.
Oh, hell no.
There's so much stuff in here.
Hell no.
Oh, that's a good contest.
what is going to be at Lucky Tiki Creations, because I'm transforming my back deck into a tiki bar. That's not really tiki stuff, but it's different stuff. You can go on. You have a Facebook page, right?
Yeah, I have a Facebook page, Lucky Tiki Creations.
Yeah, so you can go check out some of her stuff there.
That's why I said there'll be better pictures next week, because I haven't done anything in the past year, so I have some new stuff coming up. So you guys will see it.
All right. What are your views on shamans or medicine people? So I am not an expert on this. So I can give you what I've heard, what I've gathered over the last couple of years when I've dealt with a certain individual that claimed to be a Native American shaman, which he was not. But basically, shamanism is different from medicine men. Medicine men are, I think, the Native American. I don't know how to say it. I don't want to say it wrong. Right. But medicine men have to do with Native Americans, and shamans have to do with shamanism. So as far as I understand it, there is no such thing as a Native American shaman. And I've asked several Native Americans about this, and outright told me, no, that is not a thing. So if you have someone that's telling you they are a Native American shaman, especially if they're white, that's a big red flag to me. So I would question it thoroughly, because we did have an individual jackass several years ago that claimed, among several accomplishments that he did not accomplish, that he was a Native American shaman, and he would dress up in what looked like store-bought costume, like Native American costume, like it was horrible, and claimed that he was a Native American shaman. So it really got out of hand. We actually contacted me and a friend of mine, Melanie, well, mostly Melanie, because she was really spearheading that, but she contacted the tribes that he claimed to be a part of and found out that he had no affiliation with them whatsoever. JD says, was she at least Native American? Because if not, that's 2 strikes. No. He. If you're talking about the person that I'm talking about, it's a he. And he was not Native American. No, not at all. Just some dumb fuck white guy. Seriously. But I can talk more about that later. We can talk offline about that. All right. Anything else? What do we got? JD's sword. One of the self-defenses we learned was called Dance of Death. So Kenny, we could use that self-defense move. Okay, I guess against the ghosts.
Yeah, I guess that's what that was from before. Yeah.
All right. Wow. Hey, I see Amanda's in the place in the house. Amanda Means. Hey, she's the producer. She can pitch whatever she wants. Hey, this is my show. You shut up. I will ban you. Are you Quana? No, I am not. I am not. I don't know if that was directed to me. Oh, I guess it's directed to me because it has a Q on it.
Yeah.
So, no, I am not. No. Okay. What is this? What question was your deck, Kenny? What question was your deck?
From like 2 weeks ago, I guess, when we painted the deck.
Oh,
trying to be funny, I think.
Oh, the what color the deck was? You mean my pink deck? That's outside. The pink deck. Yes. It was pink. Oh my God.
Amanda is here.
Amanda, Kenny, and Donna are painting their people next week to appease the gods. I am sad. Yes, next week is traditionally, and it is the pig roast out in Louisville, and we will be missing it this year because we had plans for this conference before when we still thought the pig roast was not going to happen.
Well, actually, this conference
was last year.
Rescheduled like 3 times.
So we had scheduled and signed up for last year, and it was postponed. So it kind of fell in this, and we were already invested, and so quite a bit of money. So we couldn't just abandon it. So unfortunately, we'll see you guys next year, maybe if we can get out. Whew. All right. What do we got? No, I'm QAnon. I'm a skeptical follower. Follow the Biddle.
That's funny.
Oh, man. Do you have a signal for when you die to tell Donna and the rest of us there really is life after death? If so, what is it? I can't tell you. That's a secret. That is a secret.
Yeah, we can't tell you.
That's a Houdini secret.
There, but we might have something, yes.
Yeah. Might have something. We'll see. I mean, I'm not planning on dying for another, 60 years. So I'm pretty good. I'm good for now. But a signal? Nah, I would just write it out. I mean, because all the shit that people say ghosts can do, I'm not gonna, make people play with a Ouija board or a pendulum or dowsing rods because they don't work. I'll just pick up a pen and I'll write a note.
You just write on my arm while I'm sleeping.
I'll be like, hey, or maybe a paintbrush or, just paint and just spray paint it on the window and be like, hey, I'm here.
Hey, come talk to me.
Bring me rum.
Right. Hey, then I'll know it's you.
Then it's me. Oh, man.
Yeah.
You never said we couldn't ask. So can you tell us what's in the viewing box before you reveal it?
Yeah. Well, Kenny is psychic, so he could.
What's in the? What do you mean? You never said we couldn't ask. So can you tell us what's in the viewing box before you reveal it? Oh, you mean say what it is before I unlock it?
Yeah, I think that's what it means, yes.
Okay. I can do that. I mean, that's not a big deal. I usually just open it and reveal it live when I do it. But I mean, there's nothing. I can show you the inside now.
I thought we did. No,
because there's nothing in there. I mean, it's just an empty box. That's it. I just painted it black and put some felt on it because there were cracks. Well, not cracks, but there was gaps here that people could potentially look into. So usually I leave this at my booth and I lock it up. And then I tell people one of the rules when it's out of the booth is that you can't pick it up and shake it. Like you can't pick it up and go, oh, look, I can hear it and stuff like that. Because then, again, some of these gaps, especially in the back, were large enough that if you did something like that, you could potentially see what's in there. But yeah, I mean, I'll do something. I think I'll do something before we leave for Gettysburg and I'll lock it in there.
Oh, that'd be good.
And then
we can reveal it at the
conference meeting. Once I get there, I'll put it on the I have to put the rules out and stuff like that, and I'll let people know, and I'll see what kind of prize I'm gonna offer. So my answer to the remote viewing box is nothing. Contest ain't on yet. Oh, premature ejaculation. Sorry.
Oh, never good. Okay, that was the last question. Hold on.
Okay. Do you get into politics? No, I do not. I hate politics. Hate them. This is strictly paranormal. Paranormal versus skeptical kind of thing. So no politics here. I still love your name though. Ben Radford, please provide an update on your neighbors who seem unable to figure out how to park on the street. Is it possible the driver is a preteen? No, well, he's not a preteen. He's just an asshole. He's a very entitled young, probably 20 something. Yeah, very entitled, very I deserve everything kind of thing. And he's going to be gone. I think he should be gone
by the end of the month. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, no, it should be this week.
Yeah, he should be moved out.
Yeah. Because they sold. He was renting the house, and unfortunately, it's a whole complicated situation. But he was a renter, and the house sold, so he's got to get out. Mm-hmm. So, in the long run, I win, bitch. Yeah. I think he was getting really annoyed because every time he would come home, he'd not only park like shit, but he would sit in his car for like half hour, an hour, with the music up all the way. Like, I don't understand it, but maybe I'm old. I don't know.
He's definitely getting older, but yeah,
definitely getting older. Yeah, pretty soon I'll be that old guy on the front porch with his rocking chair and a shotgun.
He already has the rocket chair.
Shoot out his fucking window. Like, turn the fucking music down, motherfucker.
You know what? I have to say, I don't think it's actually the music. It's the bass. He's got his bass turned up so loud that it shakes the whole block.
Yeah.
Windows rattle. It's
like, you can, yeah. I mean, like, the problem was you could be in our kitchen, which is in the back of the house, and the windows were rattling. And that's how loud it was. And it's just annoying as shit. Oh, God, I hate that. Annoying. So, yeah, they should be gone soon, and I won't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
All right.
Moving on.
Barry Martz. Is that a new name?
I don't. He's been in here.
Have you been here? Okay. I'm sorry. No, I look like an idiot.
No, I'm saying like maybe once. I've seen the name before.
Can camera lens flare be eliminated or minimized when taking photos during paranormal investigations? A lot of ghost hunters out there think they caught a ghost on camera, but it's probably just lens flare. So it's really, I mean, you can avoid it you can either use a lens hood, which is a small plastic extension that goes on the front. For people that don't know what it is, it's basically a hood. It's like almost like a hat that goes around and helps protect light from coming in the sides of the lens and bouncing around. Or be aware of it. Be aware of what you're pointing your camera out at, because the bright light sources, and it doesn't have to be the sun. It can be a flashlight. And what's worse is that when people were using like IR or UV flashlights, it's hard to see that. It's still there. It still comes up. You have to look at the LCD screen in order to see it pop up, but it's still there. But when you see it, the best thing to do is I don't have a flashlight here to demonstrate, but
I have my
basically,
phone. You can use the light on.
You know what? Let's see if yeah, you can turn the flash on. Turn the flashlight on, and we'll see if we can recreate it. I don't know. Oh, there. There you go.
That's perfect.
This is going to be fun.
Do you want me to turn the light down?
Let me see if I can do it this way and show you guys.
Hold on.
All right. There's that. No, because I need the focus. There we go.
Okay, you got it. Do you need the light back on?
All right. So there's the lens flare. You can see it going back and forth now. And as I move it around, you can see it actually will. All right. Let me try and do this better.
There you go.
There you go. You see how it spins around as I rotate the light? That's what you have to look for, because if the light moves, it'll do it. But even if the camera moves, you can see that the lens flare will go side to side. So stuff like that. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Appreciate that. The best practice is to always look at your LCD screen if you're using a camera like that, or if you're using like an SLR camera, you'll be able to see through the viewfinder. You'll see this, and you'll see it show up, so you can prepare for it and not take those pictures. That's the big thing. Or move the light, or just be aware of it. Being photographers, we see it, we know it, we recognize it, we understand what it is, and we just ignore it. Or if we want it as part of our photo, if that's the intent, then we make use of it. But otherwise, with this, I mean, yeah, lens hood, or just being aware of the light sources in your area, because it doesn't have to be what is like the common definition is non-image forming light, which is kind of misleading because that kind of makes it sound like if I'm putting the camera like this way and there's a light source over here shining right here and it just hits the edge. That's what it kind of sounds like by that definition, but it doesn't have to be. As you saw in that demonstration, the light could be straight on, almost straight on. And this is the same for when you're filming like bonfires, stuff like that, porch lights. What else? Just lamps, any kind of lamps. I have 2 in-ceiling, recessed lights in my basement. And if I'm filming down there, I can still get it. I can get lens flare off of those. And they're only like a few feet away from me, but it still shows up. So definitely something to look out for. That's a good question. That's a real good question, because it shows up so much, and they're faint and they're transparent. So it looks like, it looks like something's there, but you can see through it. So if it's happening in a scene where there's other people around, you could still see people's faces through the lens flare. And I think that's what throws people off. Because if you don't know about photography, if you don't have good background experience in it, you might think, this is something weird, especially if you're a ghost hunter and you're being told by other ghost hunters, oh, that's an orb, when it's not. So there you go. I hope that answered your question. Good one. Good one, Barry.
He has been here before. He got back to us on that.
Okay, good. Kenny, aren't you allergic to cats? If I have cat hair on me, is that going to bother you? That's not a paranormal question. Why are you asking me his question during the show? But yes, I am allergic to cats.
And sometimes it does bother him.
And sometimes sometimes it does. It depends. Like if we're in like a closed quarters, then it would bother me. But I usually carry allergy pills with me, so I should be fine. Where's Chewy? Chewy, I don't know.
She was here. She left. I think she saw something in the hallway, and now she's staring down at the
She
steps.
sees ghosts.
She's waiting.
She's seen demons. Maybe some of my haunted dolls in the basement are climbing up the stairs. They're slowly climbing up the stairs like, we're going to get you. Oh, man. Sweet dreams tonight.
We don't really have any more questions. There's other chitter chatter there in the chat room. JD says,
quit whining. Fuck you. Oh, you wait till next week, bitch.
Here you go. Here's a question.
Yeah, but are you allergic to ghost cats? So far, I'm good. So far, I have not been allergic to any ghost cats. So therefore, they must not exist. Do you like my logic there?
Yeah.
That's the made up bullshit that I usually get. Do you ever get sidetracked by our off-topic discussions? I used to. Now I don't, because I'm not paying attention to them.
Producer Donna here.
That's why
under control.
This was the thing that was coming up, because every time after the show, we'd have a talk, and she would remind me like, oh, you missed a couple questions, or you missed the conversation. Did you see this comment? And I'm like, no. Trying to give good explanations with as much information as I can distracts me from paying attention to the comments. Or if I try to pay attention to the comments, I get sucked into the conversations and I lose track of where I am. So doing it this way, with Donna taking over the chat room, I don't have to worry about that. And I can focus on just the questions that come up. Which is so much, it makes it smoother, makes it much smoother. And sometimes I'll look and I think it's a question for me, and it's actually a question from a conversation you guys are having in the chat room. And that totally fucks me up. Have you ever been asked to investigate ghost cats? No. I mean, it's come up. It's come up in conversation, or when people have talked about their experiences, but never to specifically investigate ghost cats. And honestly, I don't think I would. That's more of a random experience and not a testable claim. So I don't know how I would set up a test to figure out what's going on, except maybe they have restless leg syndrome or something like that. I don't know. I've never been asked that. Thanks, Donna. It really has made a difference. Awesome. You are so appreciated.
Thank you.
You're welcome. JD says, did the person with the haunted incense stick on Facebook ever get back to you? Let us look, JD. I just happen to have that queued up.
You do?
I do.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see.
It's like ESP.
Nope. My comments there, your comments there. But you know what? Let's show it. So what you're going to see here, I'm going to put a video up on screen. Let me get this out of the way and share screen, share that screen, pop it up. All right. So This was put up. There's no description. It's just a couple videos and someone commenting, great catches. Have you been experiencing anything? To which the poster replies, yes, over the last year or more. They want somebody to come out and so. But they don't really describe what they're dealing with. So when you go by just the video, check this shit out. There is no sound. So besides JD, because he already knows, what do you guys think this is? Yeah, you're part of the staff. You're not allowed to make guesses.
It's almost easy.
It's very easy.
Nobody's responding yet.
Well, it takes about 10 seconds for the delay. Oh, there's a cat.
Oh,
someone's smoking weed.
Up the door. Dust.
Let's see.
Could be smoking weed, yes.
Someone is smoking that grass.
You guys are right on. There's somebody smoking in the corner there.
Definitely looks like incense smoke. Smoke. Okay.
Did they burn incense? What's the story? I'm sorry.
So there is no story.
Oh,
there is no story. It was just posted, these 3 videos. And let me see if I can make this bigger. Ooh, there you go. So if you look in the bottom left corner, right here.
I see it.
It's an incense stick on a stand.
And they actually just lit it because the flames.
They lit it. It's right there. It's right there. And watch this. This is fun. Watch it. Watch it creep down. Little by little, it creeps down as it burns. And I mean, at first, JD sent this to me and I was looking at it. I was looking at it on my phone. So tiny little screen. And I'm like, what is that? I actually thought this was a ruler and that maybe they were measuring this light and seeing how far the light goes. And my first thoughts were, all right, so maybe they blacked out the windows, because I've seen this before where people blacked out their windows except for one little spot and it made a sunbeam, and they filmed. There's a famous video. It's a very old video, but they filmed for like 8 hours straight in this one room, and they caught something, a light going across the floor, and it was a sunbeam, because they had closed everything off but missed one tiny spot, and that sunbeam made it through and just worked its way across the floor. So, but yeah, this is a good job on the 1,000 blocked ads. Is that an odd blocker ad in your stream? I don't know.
I didn't see it.
I don't see anything. I don't know. So yeah, this is, whew, let's see. All right, let's go back to that. Stop sharing. So that was an interesting video. I mean, that was just, I looked at that and I was like, all right, I see smoke. Definitely, because I thought somebody was smoking pot too. I thought they were like having a vape kind of thing, and they were on, off the corner.
Could have been in that corner.
Yeah,
because they weren't showing.
Because you don't get to see the whole corner. You see the counter, the stairs, and it's like, all right, maybe there's like a room, maybe there's a door right behind the camera. Because this is, I mean, it's a good place to have a camera because you can see down the stairs, kind of anybody coming up. But is it over top of a doorway? And that was my first thoughts until I was like, oh, I was doing something else. And I was like, let me just put it up on a bigger screen and take a look. And I was like, oh, that's a freaking incense stand. I know what that is. And it's lit. Because then when you see the 2 other videos that come along with it, the light's further down, it goes all the way down. So, Mr. Pro. Oh, yeah. Mr. Poe says that was from 1965. I believe you're right. It's like in a mansion, like a really, really cool looking mansion inside. But yeah, I think that I'm not certain, but I think you're right. I'm aware it's not part of the show, but when are we doing the movie night? Oh, that's for That's for Three Tortured Souls. I have no idea. One of the things that, one of the announcements at the end of the show, but I'll get to it now, is that next weekend, so next Friday, there will be no show, no Skeptical Help Bar, because I'll be in Gettysburg. And actually, this is going to be fun. At 9 p.m. on Friday, instead of doing this show, I will be not only in Gettysburg, but I will be up having a debate with Mr. Jason Hawes. Yes, we're having a panel discussion at the conference. So me, him, and a woman that's on his team, Shari. I know I'm saying that wrong. Shari, I don't know her last name. Hold on. Let me look it up because I feel bad that I don't have it right. Let me see. Looking. All right. So I know it's here somewhere. Where is it? Looking. Oh, there she is. Cherie Di Benedetti. Phenomenal. OMG. Sorry. So yeah, she's on Jason's team for their show Ghost Nation, and we are going to be doing an hour-long debate discussion kind of thing. So, and then Three Tortured Souls next week will be hopefully live from Gettysburg. We're going to try and I'm actually taking my whole system here out there. We're going to try and do it live from there. So we'll see. Barry says, what are your thoughts when a group of ghost hunters are huddled around a ghost box and listen to one-syllable words with excitement? To be honest, I think it's a waste of time. This is a good question. It's a waste of time. Ghost boxes are broken radios. They are purposely broken in order to scan the frequencies and get snippets of all the available radio stations that are in the area. So you're listening to terrestrial broadcasts. That's a problem. And in most cases, from my observations, people do these ghost box sessions. They're gathered around, they're asking questions, and whether or not the box gives an answer that actually answers the question they asked or not, the conversation continues. And that's a problem. Like if they ask a question like, what color is your shirt? And somebody hears stairs. That's obviously not a color, but because it's stairs and they're in a building that probably has stairs, they're gonna start saying, "Hey, what's that mean? Did you fall down the stairs? Could you not walk up the stairs anymore? Were you too old? Did you have an accident?" And that's the way the conversation shifts. And I see that constantly, where it's like you ask a question, you don't get the right answer, but whatever answer comes out, they just jump on and they continue it. That's completely biased. That's completely that subjective validation kind of thing, where they just it's silly. It's honestly silly. And there's really no easy way to say that. It's really, really silly. And it's from an outsider perspective that deals with experiments, deals with protocols, deals with controls, deals with facts, not hopeful fiction. It looks ridiculous, and it's very hard to translate that politely in a way that's not sounding like a dick. But I try all the time. I really do try and say, like if it comes up, if I'm watching it happen in front of me and they ask a question, they get a word, they hear a word that doesn't relate to the question, but they continue the conversation. I try to stop and interject and say, what are you doing? You asked a question that did not answer your question. Why are you changing the subject? And usually I don't get an answer. It's usually, well, we don't know, or we're just going to go along with it. And that's the problem. You don't just go along with it. You asked a question, that was your control. You didn't get it. You have to realize it doesn't work. So that's my long-winded answer for that. But I hope that answered your question. Dawn Kirkham. Captain Kirkham.
I got nothing.
Hi, Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Hey, guys. Haven't been able to tune in for a while. My question, what are the key things you would need to see to be able to determine if something is actually paranormal? That is a very difficult question, especially the way it's worded, because paranormal is a wide blanket term. It's a generalized term. It doesn't mean one thing. It doesn't have a one specific item. So it's very hard to determine what would be paranormal. If we're talking about a ghost, I like a ghost, like the spirit of someone that had died, that we confirmed was dead, we know is dead, shows up. I would really need them to show up right in front of me, and me do like the whole poke my hand through them, make sure they're, I can do that, transparent, whatever, or sit down and give me information from someone that we can confirm was dead. I think that would be the best evidence for it. But like I'm really struggling with this because there's so many scenarios that we could dive into. It's very hard to give a good scenario, a good example for that question. Maybe if you're doing like a EVP session, I wouldn't even try an EVP session because that's something you have to ask questions, you have to record it, you have to listen to the recording. I'd rather have like a karaoke machine.
That'd be awesome.
Set up with a microphone in the middle. You ask questions, you get clear, concise answers right back at you, just like someone was speaking into the microphone. Not the staticky bullshit that we hear from ghost boxes, not the friction noises that we hear from people that hold their recorders and then, move their hands around and you get that friction noise. I would need someone to talk to me just like I am talking to you through the microphone and have a two-way conversation that makes sense, that's coherent, and not just gibberish or open to interpretation. Like when I tell you, when me and JD are having fun going back and forth, and he says a smart ass remark, and I say fuck you, what I'm saying. It's not something like person A will be like, well, I don't know, maybe he said lay down, and person B is like, well, I don't know, I heard like cherry tree, and then person C says, well, I heard light fixture. That's the kind of thing that really sucks about this whole scenario. But I don't know if I answered your question. I really don't, because I don't know if I can, and that's the honest answer I can give you. So sorry about that. John Kennedy, if a ghost does show up, how can you prove it's not a hallucination? Well, I guess we would go with this. I can see this compounding here. We would go with multiple witnesses. Like I would tell the ghost, let's call the ghost Matt. Let's call him Matt. And I said, hey, Matt, can you just stay here for a second? Don't disappear. Don't go into the ether. Don't float away or fall through the floor. Just stay right here. And I would go get my wife. That my first step. Come up and say, hey, do you see a ghost? And she would either say no, like probably really sarcastically too, like no, weirdo, or she would say something like, oh shit, yes, I do see that. And then we would probably go get some friends, neighbors, and tell them to come over and say, hey, I have something to show you. Take a look, let me know what you see here. And I'd have them write down descriptions, like what clothing, what they look like, hair color, all this kind of stuff. Write down your description by yourself, and we'll compare notes. And I probably call some of my friends like Ben Rafford and say, you know what, you need to get on a plane and come here now. And likewise. So I think that would be my best course of action. So there you go. All right.
Good answer.
Thank you. I try. John Kennedy says, I'm going through your Skeptical Inquirer articles. What's your favorite? What is my favorite? Wow. Wow, I'd have to go through them because there's quite a few. So I don't know what is my favorite. I think one of my favorites is probably I don't know.
You don't know?
I really don't know. I love all of them because
he really gets into the research.
Yeah, I get into it so much. Like once I'm done with an article, I need like a day or two just to de-stress because I'm so wound up in the research and figuring out what's going on here. I don't know. I had fun with like all the Zach Baggins articles. They were fun. The Bela Lugosi mirror, that's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, I would think so. You met a lot of people through that, and
yeah. I was able to meet several people. I met the woman that donated the mirror, and I think that was one of the best turnouts because it was a family kind of piece. It was a family piece. They had gotten it from her uncle, who was unfortunately murdered in a house that they thought belonged to Bela Lugosi. And so this was part of their family lore, you know, and even though it was scary to them and they donated the mirror because they were scared of it, it was still part of the family. So when I started digging into it and found out that Bela Lugosi never owned the house where they found it, or that he, like, all this stuff started actually just unraveling and falling apart. And I contacted her and we talked on the phone. And at first she was like, there's no way, you know, this is it. You know, we know this, we have documents somewhere. And I pursued it and I did it in as polite and professional manner as I could, because this is family. You're dealing with someone's family here. And it turns out, like, once I laid out everything for her, she was like, you know what? You're right. You're right. I don't have what I thought I had. This makes sense. I can't verify this. Maybe you're right. And not only did we become friends, we still talk to this day. And this has been a couple years now. And we check in with each other from time to time. I just talked to her on the phone because, well, she had something come up associated with the mirror and Zach, and she wanted to know my opinion. And so we had a nice conversation, and it was really nice, really, really nice. So I like that kind of thing. I like that when it works out. Not only do you solve the mystery, because we were able to bust every claim that came with that mirror, but the people that were involved became friends. Except for Baggins. He fucking hates me. Bob says, what do you think the U.S. Navy is pushing hard? Why do you think the U.S. Navy is pushing hard with their evidence of UFOs this year? I think it's to distract people from everything else that's going on. We've had a year and a half of total shit. You know, people have been cooped up. Businesses have closed. People have lost their livelihood. They've lost employment. They've lost a lot. They've lost friends and family to the pandemic and everything that's going on. It's been a shitty time for the entire world, and we're getting at the end of it. And it's especially with the political tensions that have been around for the last year or so, or more. Which I'm not going to get into because we don't do politics on this show, but I guess people needed a release or distraction. And this was a perfect distraction. It gets the conspiracy theorists, which are the ones that really cause a lot of fucking trouble. It gets them occupied. It keeps them busy with UFOs and the government and then the military. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Perfect distraction for the vaccination and everything else going on.
I applaud, and this is just my opinion, I applaud the government for doing it, because there's got to be some guy probably in a closet-sized office that says, you know what? I know how we can distract these motherfuckers. Let's release some video.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's leak some video and get it out there and see what happens. And it worked. It worked.
It's a big, huge distraction from other stuff that they don't want you to know about.
Big chunk of the news is now, oh my God, the government's going to release a report June 1st. And oh my God, they're going to confirm UFOs are real. they're not confirming aliens are real. They're confirming that they've received videos that they cannot positively identify the aircraft involved. That's not aliens. That's not otherworldly aircraft. That's just saying, well, we have a thermal image from the ass end of a plane, and the engines light up everything. We can't tell what kind of plane it is. That's what they're talking about. And I think it worked perfectly. It's worked perfectly to distract so many people from world issues. So, I mean, whoever came up with that plan deserves a raise, because they did it. They need their own marketing company, because I think they could sell just about anything. So, hope that answered your question. Let's go big. Oh, right. The soul is a part of the paranormal. Do you think the soul? Is that how you spell soul?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think the soul is a real thing? Why or why not? This is.
Hey, let me think for a minute, because Bob believes in the Philadelphia soul, and so do I, Bob. So do I.
Oh shit! What time is it? Is it ready for commercial? All right. You know what? I'm gonna play my commercial.
Kenny's gotta think about that one,
and I gotta think about this while I pee. So.
All right, John. Hold on to that question.
Hold on to that. Let me think. While for the next 2 minutes and 22 seconds. So I'll be right. I'm going to leave your question up on there so I can mull over it. All right, here we go. Commercial time. Make sure you just give in to the subliminal messages and buy shit. All right. Hey everyone, this is my store based on the theme of science and skepticism. It's here that you can find all kinds of shirts and hoodies, yoga pants, tote bags, the fanny packs I know you guys love, masks and pillows, all with science and skepticism as the theme. I even have hoodies for your pets. That's right, your dog or cat can wear one of these things. I also have a general store that sells more inspirational quotes or, drinking stuff, because I like that kind of thing. I also have a store set up for our Three Tortured Souls podcast, which we do Saturday nights. You can find shirts and Tim Vicker's favorite drinking vessel, the mug. I also have a store tailored a little bit more towards my ghost hunting friends, Paranormal by I Am Kenny Biddle. These are shirts and quotes that are a little bit more on the ghost hunting side, especially this one, Translucent Perished Beings. Ghost. That's my favorite. So if you're interested, head on over to teespring.com/stores/scientific skepticism by IAKB and check it out. Thanks.
Are you tortured by what you see and hear about the paranormal field? Join us as we critically examine and question paranormal claims, science, ghosts, demons, cryptids, UFOs, ghost hunting technology, and much more are all on the table for discussion. Three Tortured Souls is a video podcast that streams live on Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern and 5 Pacific. Three Tortured Souls.
All right. Let's see.
Do you think the soul is a real thing, Kenny Biddle?
So I've always viewed the term soul as a religious thing. And I was raised Catholic, so that's always been kind of the meaning behind it to me, that the soul was something that God put into you to create, to bring life into your body and this and that. So I don't believe in a soul. I mean, let me put a disclaimer out there. I don't have any beliefs. I don't hold beliefs. I don't like beliefs because I think beliefs are very hard to change. because people get very emotional and have trouble changing their beliefs. So I'd rather have ideas. And my idea is that a soul does not exist. It's not something that you can measure. It's not something that you can validate. You can't test it. And I know that might apply to a lot of things that so far, but I don't see it being a real thing. I think it's a human construct to put ourselves above the rest of life on Earth in a religious state.
So do you think then when you die, you just die? Or do you think that, like when I think of soul, I think, okay, like when I die, a part of me, I consider my soul, is going elsewhere. Do you think that, or do you just think you die, you die?
I think when you're dead, you're dead.
Okay.
Like that's it. You go to sleep and you just never wake up. That's why it's called the long sleep.
You go to sleep. I'm going to go party because I got people waiting for me.
I mean, the afterlife, I mean, this is all part of it. The afterlife, heaven, hell, purgatory, depending on your religious beliefs and stuff. I don't think it is real. I think it's something that humans made up to ease the thought of death. Because when you start thinking about death, it's a very scary concept. It's the end. It's the end of existence here, at least. I mean, I don't know. This is just my opinion now. So I don't know. I won't know until I take that nap, the dirt nap. You know, when I finally close my eyes the last time, then I'll find out. But as for right now, I have not seen any data, evidence, or indication that there is an afterlife, or that there is something in us that magically floats off into a different realm or dimension or so and so. So I think that's it. I think once you're dead, you're dead, and that's it.
Well,
it's not. I'm not afraid of death.
Yeah.
What I'm afraid of is there's so much shit I still want to do.
Right. Like, why did I die?
And, I have stuff I want to do. I am not ready to die yet. So therefore, I want to continue on to like 200 or 300 years old. That would be ideal.
And I'm not afraid to die because I think that when I die, it's going to get much better.
Don't know until you get there. That's an assumption. That's a big assumption.
But
it has to be easier. What if you don't go to the place you think you're going to? Maybe you go to the other. Maybe your name's on the other list.
Oh no, my name is not. I put up with you.
Put it up with me.
No.
If there is
a few halos.
If there's a heaven, yes, you are definitely getting in because I am so hard to fucking deal with
all them angels.
So, all right. I hope that answered your question. So wait, the soul was part of paranormal. Do you think the soul was a real thing? So yeah, I think I answered the question as best as I could. So, all right, moving on.
Hold on, I got to go back a little bit.
Oh no.
Here we go. I got one. I got you.
Does the Gettysburg conference sponsor their own ghost walk during the weekend? As far as I know, they have ghost hunts. No ghost. I don't think they have a ghost walk, but Gettysburg has like two dozen ghost walks or something like that. At one time, they had 20-some ghost walks.
Yeah, way too
ridiculous. And that the township actually had to step in and limit the amount of people on each tour because it was getting out of hand, and there were safety concerns because people were standing in the street. And so I don't know how many tours are going on.
I don't think they have any walks going on.
They don't have any walks. As far as I know, they have
hunts, as they call them, hunts.
They have ghost hunts going on, but you'll have to look on the website for more details because I don't do the ghost hunts like that because there's just way too many people and there's usually too much going on for me. So I can't really attend those, especially because I'm doing the Friday night. I'm doing the panel discussion. Saturday nights, there's a party after everything's done. Plus, we're going to be there all day. Like it's an all day thing. Thursday night, and then Friday and Saturday are just like they're shot because it's all day. So I would look up Phenom, Phenomenology 2020, because that's the conference was supposed to be last year. So if you just do a search for that, either on Facebook or online, you should be able to find it and then get more details.
Okay. Moving on, we're going back to this.
Donna said we ask the 8-ball again. The question was,
remember we
said
we
yes. I want to give a shout out to all. I'm gonna butcher this name. I'm so sorry, Dickless Wonder. But that's her name on TikTok. I know her from TikTok. What is that? Aldrina? Oh my God. Can you pronounce that?
Audriana Lee.
Audriana
Lynn.
Audrey. But isn't there an A missing? Her last name's Savage. So that's cool. I like that. But I want to give her a shout out because I see her on TikTok a lot. She comments on my videos and stuff. So awesome. Awesome. All right. So let's go to the Magic 8-ball.
Magic 8-ball. Magic 8-ball.
And we're saying our ghost real. And it says, fuck you again, Bob.
Really?
No.
It's John.
John. Let's see. It says, oh, my...
He can't read. Hold on.
Oh my God, what's that say? My sources say no. There you go. See if I can get it up to the camera. My sources say no. It won't. I don't think it'll focus.
Yeah, it's not going to focus on that.
Wait, it might. Come on, focus. Focus. There it goes.
A little bit.
So there you go. Ghosts are not real. Answered the question. That's my final answer. All right, moving on.
Bob's not happy with you.
Sorry, Bob.
Give me a sec. I have to go back.
Oh, my goodness.
Waste some time.
If it goes...
No, wrong one.
Producer Donna's getting drunk.
There's like too many things going on.
I think she's more intoxicated than I am.
No, I'm looking for...
Actually, I need some more.
Here we go. It's from JD. This is what I'm looking for. It went up far.
What are your thoughts on the upcoming Conjuring 3? The Devil Made Me Do It. Well, we have to remember it's a movie. And even if it says based on a true story, we all know how full of shit that is. I mean, because you can use the names of people involved and it's based on a true story. That's as little as you have to do. And it's probably even less than that. But it's going to be hyped up. It's going to be embellished. It's going to be sensationalized because it's a horror movie and it's part of a horror franchise. And I'm sure that freaking Nun is going to show up. That has nothing to do with it, but it's going to show up anyway because it shows up in every film. I don't think it's... Besides that, if you treat it just like a horror movie, then okay. You know, like if I can put aside the fact that the Warrens were con artists, in my opinion, if you can put aside the bad representation of history, the misleading stuff that they put in there, especially with the first Conjuring movie, when with Bathsheba and all the wrong history that they promoted. If you just watch it as a horror movie, it's pretty good. But knowing everything that we know about the people that are involved, it does kind of piss me off because it's going to promote a story that is bullshit, that doesn't have all the facts. And it's going to make people, you're going to have a lot of believers, a lot of paranormal enthusiasts and ghost hunters take the movie more credible than it should be. They're not going to take it as just a movie. They're going to be like, well, this happened because we saw it in the movie. You know, this story happened this way. And that's what they're going to remember. And that's a shame. That really is a shame because it's going to fuck up the story a lot. So I hate the Warrens. I really do. I mean, I think they exploited people. I don't think they were good people at all. Bob's question: would you ever seriously consider going on a ghost hunt with bag shit? if the opportunity ever presented itself, absolutely I would. Absolutely. Yeah. As long as he didn't have control over everything, like as soon as I asked the question, he'd be like, "You're out of here." As long as it was like a neutral kind of thing where I could have free reign, like I could say what I want to say and investigate everything that he comes up with and look at his material. Yes, absolutely I would, because I think it would be a good learning experience for him, and he would actually figure out how to investigate something. That's really it. Because I mean, besides, playing up to the camera and pretending to be possessed almost every episode, he doesn't investigate shit, and he really needs a lesson in it. So there you go. Boom. 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 Drop the mic on that.
The ball.
Oh my goodness.
I think we're going back to the Magic 8-Ball.
Can we ask if Kenny knows all?
I can tell you the answer to that, Megan.
Kenny does not know all. And Kenny will be... Wow. I sound like that guy on Seinfeld. Jimmy says this.
Kenny
doesn't know everything. Yeah, because Kenny knows that he knows little about anything. No. No. I forget what that is. What that's called. There's a term for it where the less you know about a topic, the more confident you are that you're an expert in that topic. And then the more you know about that topic, the more you realize how much you don't know. So I mean, that's a good thing to think about, because I know a little bit about a lot of things, and through the different articles that I write and doing this show and taking notes for questions that I don't know answers to, I get to learn more and more every day. And you realize, you get that sense like, holy shit, there is so much information out there that I do not know. And I love doing this because it presents the opportunity to continue learning. And it's amazing how much information is out there. And when you interact with people that, so I'm going with the stereotypical ghost hunter here, the ones that watch TV a lot and base most of their investigative methods off of TV shows, don't bother learning anything more. And that's sad. That is really sad, because they have no thirst for knowledge unless it's on a reality TV show. They don't read books. They don't bother to check facts. They don't bother to say, hey, am I doing something wrong? They don't go outside their circles to figure out, hey, what do you guys do? Or go to the opposite side. Like, I'm a big skeptic, but I continue to go to paranormal conferences to see what people do, to see why they do it, the reasoning behind it, the logic behind it, why they believe the things that they believe, because that's the only way you really get to know the opposing side. And I encourage ghost hunters and UFO and Bigfoot enthusiasts and stuff like that to attend science conferences for the same reason. Go see it, especially because when you go to a science conference, you're getting lectures and information from people that this is their career, not their hobby. It's their career. It's what they dedicated their lives for. So learning from them is much better than learning from your stereotypical ghost hunter that talks about a topic during a paranormal convention that they really don't know much about.
But ask the Magic 8-Ball, Kenny.
What am I asking? Okay. Does Kenny know it all? Is that the original reason we were this question? Wow. Thanks for letting me go off on a rant there. So it says, outlook good.
Oh, there you go.
All right. So the Magic 8-Ball has redeemed itself. We're good. We're good to go. All right. Awesome. What do we got? Ooh, I love it. I love it. Oh, my goodness. All right. Oh, there's Tim Vickers. Dunning-Kruger effect. Thank you, Tim. I knew he would get it. I was looking for you, buddy. All right. So, Audra, question is, so when I win the lottery and buy a big old house and I fake up a good story to get Bag Shit and his team to come out, do you want an invite? Yes. Yes, absolutely. And I mean, if you listen to the last 3 Tortured Souls show, we have provided a plethora of things you can do around the house. A plethora.
I love
plethora. 3 amigos.
Yes.
So yeah, we provided quite a few examples of what you can do to make a house haunted. All definitely like unethical, because they're deceiving and definitely deception. But yeah, we had a lot. John Kennedy. What was that? Wait, what? Don, I have plenty of Merlot around. Okay.
They want me to drink more on Friday. I don't know why. This is a follow-up.
I am picturing it now. The Odd Couple of Paranormal. It's the Biddle and Baggins show. Come for the knowledge, stay for the embarrassing moments. That's probably something I would not do. I would not do a TV show with him because I can definitely see him. He has that alpha male kind of mentality, and he would want to be in control. And the background information that I have that I'm not going to really get into, but he is definitely the type that has to have control over everything, and that would not work.
Nobody has control over Kenny Biddle.
Right, because I'm an alpha male too. That's right, bitch. We be fighting.
Fight to the death.
But no, I mean, I don't. The reason I don't do TV shows, besides most of them don't want me, is that from the few that have asked me to participate, I don't like giving up control like that. I don't want editing control for someone else, because they can take my words and rearrange them and make me say something that I did not say. And I don't like that. I absolutely don't like that. And I make that clear from the beginning. And
we know for a fact they do it.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just wait. Brian Dunning from Skeptoid Media, skeptoid.com. Great podcast. If you haven't checked it out, please check it out. But he's coming out with a film called Science Friction. And they're in the last stages of it. They've had a lot of issues getting everything cleared. But the basis, the premise of the film is how science communicators are misled or misrepresented in the media. And it goes through documentaries and news reports and stuff, and literally shows clips of scientists being edited out of context, where they rearrange the words or edit some words out, and it makes them say something completely different. They have Ben Radford, who was in the chat earlier. He had a great example where he was on a phone interview and he asked to record the interview, and he wanted to do it for a write-up, and they said yeah. So he had the entire interview on recording, and they played it next to what was aired. And when you hear how much is left out, and it completely changed the meaning that he was trying to get across, it was horrible. So I'm always worried about that, because I'm very anal about making sure I give the right information. And if I was edited out of context, I would be really pissed off and probably liable for a lawsuit, because if I had to, first I won't sign any NDAs. That's not going to happen. And I'm sure they would get pissed off, because I'd be like, that show took me out of context, and I'm going to show the clip, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm going to expose them. So that's why I don't get on TV.
There we go.
Yeah.
Kenny, you don't need Kenny on TV.
I don't need to be on TV.
He's on TikTok.
I'm TikTok famous.
TikTok famous.
Ask Dickless Wonder.
Yeah.
What did you have for dinner? I'll keep you and Donna here until 3 a.m. What? Come on now. Stop with the questions. Why are you putting questions like that up?
Because it was a
dinner.
Legitimate question. What did we have for dinner?
What did we have for dinner?
Oh my gosh.
We had pizza.
Specifically for you.
We had pizza. Homemade pizza. She made pizza with cheese in the crust. I had barbecue chicken.
For you.
Would you do a hunt with Huff? No, I would kill him. And when I say that, that's in quotes. No, I can't stand that guy. Baggins, I think, is just a douchebag, but Huff, I think, is total scum. Total scum. I think he's worse than Baggins. I don't want to be anywhere near him. Because yeah, he's a dick. Enough said.
Yeah.
All right.
We are up to date. Sean wants some pizza.
I want some pizza. No more left. Ate it all.
Yeah, he did kind of eat it all.
I'm sorry, I will see myself out. That's right. You will see yourself out. Huff plays on the... Yes, Tim. Absolutely. So, sorry, Kenny.
Here, Huff plays on the death.
I know, John. It was a joke. I know. But yeah, he plays on the death of people for profit. And that's horrible. He exploits celebrities, and he's been caught cheating. And it's a very, very... It's just horrible. It's horrible how he gets away with it. And he has so many people following him and just loving what he does. And it's just full of shit. And I recently had a guy email me. He liked one of my articles, and it was specifically what? It
was about equipment. That Huff was using, and he said it was...
Well, no. Well, the original email was because he saw one of my articles, he liked it, and he thought I'd be the perfect person to present his stuff to. And he said he had all of these EVP recordings and then videos, and that it was astounding stuff, and it was really, really cool. And we started talking. I said, all right, well, you know what? Let's do this. Give me your best stuff. Give me a sample of your best stuff. We'll start at the top, and then if we find explanations for that, then we really don't have to go too much further, because if that's your best, then your worst is a waste. But yeah, I mean, it started because the guy actually made a comment that even though I'm a skeptic and stuff, he was 100% sure as soon as I saw what he had to offer that I would change my mind, like flat out change my mind, and I'd be, all over it and loving his stuff. And he made some other comments that actually bothered me, and I pointed them out to him. But long story short, he sent me another email, which was about 27,000 pages long. I read through like 15,000. I mean, we're talking front and back. And that's like email. So that's really hard to do.
15 pages.
But yeah, he wrote this long thing out. He sent me a link to like a Dropbox with a few, I don't know, there was like 100 samples. I'm like, dude, like, all right, let me go through a few. And they were the typical EVP scratching noises. The videos were of orbs, and in his return email, he explained like his equipment and that it was based off of Steve Huff. He took Steve Huff's design and built his own. And I was like, full disclaimer, I think Steve Huff is a jackass. He doesn't have any kind of knowledge. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's exploiting people and this and that. And the guy replied saying that he thought Huff was a great man and that his stuff really works. And I said, well, that's the end of our conversation, because I'm not gonna continue with that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna continue working with somebody that idolizes such a dick.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Michael. Hello, Michael. Baggins still getting cash after 20 plus years of his bullshit show. Yes. Can you believe it? And now he's on Discovery Plus, which hopefully shows a drop in his ratings, because I know so many people are getting like annoyed with all these plus channels, like streaming services. And it's just getting ridiculous, because it's like $5 here, $10 here, and building and building and building. That's why I got fucking cable, so I could see all the channels and not go to different places. Like Disney Plus, yes, I have it because Mandalorian, freaking awesome.
Well, Disney does have a lot of nice shows too, and movies.
Yeah, well,
but there's no reason for Discovery to have a Discovery Plus.
Yeah, there's no reason for it. Paramount Plus, everybody. I mean, they're done.
Gouging the American public.
I have YouTube. It's still free. I'm good with that. I don't need anything else. But you need to get your cash finally too, Biddle. You know what?
We're still working on it.
I'm working on it. I'm trying.
Trying to do it the legal way, you know?
I'm trying to stay legal. I'm trying to stay ethical. I'm trying to stay honest. I'm trying to avoid bullshitting people. I would love to do this full time. I would love to this be my main job, to investigate these claims, to put out really in-depth articles, to do this show full time, and just keep learning and passing on information. That would be my dream job. I would never work a day in my life because I would be happy the entire time. But to do that is very, there's not much opportunity out there for that kind of job. So I'm kind of stuck, and I do what I can, and we'll see. We'll see. There are plans in the works. I have some projects going on that hopefully will do something and boost boost my career, I guess, in this, you know. So we'll see. And I really got to get my ass on that book.
Yeah.
That I've been working on for 5 years.
I'm gonna stay on them for that.
Yeah, we're gonna try and get
your back.
Get a chunk of that done this week. All right. Anything else? Another statement. Trek is better than Wars. Okay, ban him.
I just said that in the comments.
Ban him.
You might have to be
You
banned.
are out of here.
Look, I did say it.
How dare you say that?
Oh no, you got him fired. Oh.
How dare you say that? How dare you?
Oh no. John's gone.
He'll be back.
Bring it.
John, where are you from? Or any way you can get out to Gettysburg next weekend? Be good to meet.
John's in Ohio, isn't he?
Oh yeah, drive. Start driving now. You'll make it.
Not that far. Start driving now.
Start driving now.
We are up to date on the questions. If anybody else has questions,
we're good. Yeah. If you have a question, bring it up. I will say, I do love Star Wars more. Obviously, because I have their tats, but I do have some Trek things. I am a fan of Next Generation. That's my favorite Star Trek. And then, that's my favorite. DS9, I like that too. The original series, yes. Voyager, wasn't a fan of. Didn't like that. And the new series, I don't know what the new series is called. I haven't watched it.
I forget what the movies are called, but some of the movies were good.
The reboot was good. Yeah. I liked it with Chris Pine. I did enjoy them, except for the I didn't like the third one. Was it the third one? I think it was the third one where they crashed the Enterprise, and then they got the old ship to come back. I forget which one it was, but Into Darkness maybe. But Picard, I'm gonna watch that. I do like Picard. I really like Jean-Luc. Was like one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, he was. He was cool.
I mean, he was very
like grandpa.
Yeah, he was the complete opposite of Kirk. Kirk was very physical, where you just beat the shit out of everybody, and then Picard was the mentalist. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna beat your ass with my brain power, rather than my fists. So I did like. How about Deep Space Nine? I did like Deep Space Nine. Dax was my favorite because she was hot. She was.
Me myself. I like Stargate. I'm Stargate.
Stargate. What?
I like Stargate.
Yeah, Stargate is actually my favorite of all.
I'm not a Trekkie or a Star Wars fan. I think I like Stargate above.
Stargate SG-1 was my favorite series. Sci-Fi Friday. When they had that, oh my God, that was where I was home every Friday, watched that because I love the new episodes of Stargate. I was a fan of Stargate Atlantis. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. I wish they continued with Atlantis for a while. But oh well. And then the series that they had a streaming series for a while. It didn't do well.
It didn't go well.
No. And then there's talk of another series, but we'll see. I appreciate you too, John.
We love you.
Yeah, it's all in fun. We have fun. I love the jokes. I love the digs. That's all cool. All cool. Sorry, I'm going to start the announcements then because we're getting towards the end. And if there's no more questions, if there are questions, we'll get to it. But for now, I think we're going to stop. I'm going to put up the Bob's announcements. Here we go. So next week's the week, man.
Boom,
this
boom,
is
boom.
really great. I'm looking forward to this. Phenomenology, June 3rd to 5th. We will be out there. Again, I will have a booth that looks like my frame here. Ooh, hey, Diana's here.
Yay!
I'm burping. The pizza's coming back.
No, maybe it's the rum.
No, it couldn't be the rum. That never comes back to haunt me. But yeah, phenomenology is going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, Friday night at 9 p.m. during the conference, I will be discussing and debating with Jason Hawes, which is really fun. He's a good guy. We are friends. We get along great. We've been actually talking a lot more the last couple of weeks since he was on the show, and we're working on some things. And hopefully this panel discussion will be a hit, and we'll see what comes up because it's billed as the ghost hunters and the skeptic. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I have no idea what to expect.
I'm excited for it. I'm closing my booth for it.
It should be fun. It should be fun. And then there's a lot more going on. Of course, Tim Vickers and Dave Schumacher from Three Tortured Souls, they're coming out and they're hanging out for the weekend. And we're going to try and do a show. Like that's the plan. Do a show Saturday night, 8 p.m. I'm bringing my gear out, my mixer and everything to hook up microphones so that we can actually do a show from the conference. Hopefully everything will work out and we can do it. Maybe we can have people sit down and interview. I don't know. We have no idea what's going to happen.
That would be cool. We could probably do that.
Yeah. So, and then
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to talk next week. Megan's in the room. She'll be there. Diana will be there. So yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Awesome.
Lots of friends there.
And then August 20th to 22nd is the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash. We'll both be out there again. Both of us have booths set up, and that's going to be fun too. I'm also going to be in the dunk tank. So if you want to dunk a skeptic, you're going to be in the area. So come on out. It's good for. It's all about charity. It benefits the Pennsylvania Wounded Warriors and Heroes for Hire, which is an organization that helps sick kids. That's the best way I can describe it. And they have costumed heroes that go out and visit kids. The guy that runs it has a full Christian Bale Batman suit, and he has the Batmobile. He shows up. It's really badass. It's really, really nice. So if you're in the area for that, come on out. That'll be fun. And then let's see, September 25th is the Para-Unity Conference. I will not have a booth. Donna does have a booth. So I'll be roaming around, seeing who I can annoy during that. But Donna will be set up. And then we have the Selma Mansion Psychic Fair.
Yes. In
sometime in October. October 9th? Is it? Okay. I have to put that up.
We have to update Bob's announcements.
Yes.
We will update them this week.
We really need Bob to come on here and do Bob's announcements.
Yeah, hello, Bob. I'm the producer. I'm not supposed to update them.
Yeah, maybe we can get Bob to do a video, and he can
he can
just do it. I can just be like, "Here's Bob's announcements," and click on the video.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Bob's sitting here like, "Here's the announcements."
He had to leave early tonight, so he's missing this. But Bob, if you're listening in the car, I think we might have to hook you up and do a video and have Bob's announcements and have Bob announce our upcoming events.
There you go. Bob's Corner.
That's perfect, John. Perfect.
I love it. Do a quick little video. I'll talk to him after the show.
Yeah.
I hope someone films the panel and puts it on YouTube. I'm gonna find out what we can do because it is a paid event. So I don't know if there's restrictions on filming. But if there's not, we could probably just we can set up one of our phones on and we'll take video of it.
I'll put it on a tripod.
Yeah, and let it go. But I just want to make sure we can get permission first before we do that. But I think that would be interesting. I think that'd be really interesting, especially if we can
Well,
maybe we can set up 2 phones.
You were going to do a live show anyway, right? If it's live, wouldn't it be on YouTube?
Well, no, I don't know if we can do that though, because again, it's a paid event. We can't just do it live.
Oh, yeah. So when you say you're going to do it live, it's going up on Facebook. Like, what do you mean doing a live show?
No, the Three Torches Soul show will be live. That's our show.
About.
No, I thought she was talking about the panel discussion.
Oh, okay, yeah, right.
That's a paid event.
Okay,
so,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can't do that live.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Audrey.
But yeah, and I think that's it for now. So
there you go, Megan. If we charge $5 for everybody to watch, maybe Phenom will let us do it because they'll be making money on the event.
I'm not getting into that. I'm not setting up a streaming. No,
Megan. Okay, that's your job.
No. Just in case it goes bad. I want a chance to edit that bad stuff out. Just in case
we'll have it videotaped. If we can put it up later, then we will.
Yeah. All right. So that is the end of our show. I hope everyone had a good time. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I answered your questions and it was worth it. Oh, I'm naked. There you go. Whew. When I switch the banner, if I don't have the banner around me, I feel naked. I don't like having when I do when it looks like this, I'm like, oh my God, people can see shit. Oh no, cover it up. Whew, I'm back in my house. Help. I gotta be in here. Oh my God, it freaks me out. I don't like it. Oh my goodness. All right, so yeah, have a great weekend. It's Memorial Day is Monday, so this is a long weekend for everyone. It's a longer one for me because I got off 10 days, bitches. Woo! But have a safe holiday. Enjoy everyone. Enjoy your friends and family if you can. You should be able to because restrictions have been eased a lot. So hopefully, you guys can have fun. What's that say? Kirby says, "Oh, I see Randy's Flim Flam. I'm rereading that now. That is an awesome book. Mm-hmm. I absolutely love it. It's right there. Classic book. If you haven't had a chance to read that, I would recommend you get a copy of Flim Flam and read it because it's really, really good. So, all right, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to go fill up my rum and get drunk. Yeah. So, be safe and have fun and never stop learning. That's the important thing. Yeah. Good night.